Hello guys, Chad here. I'm going to be going over the 6th Gen Camaro performance how-tos and what you need to know. This here is actually my 2018 Camaro SS 1LE. Alright, to start, I, like most people, don't like to read the supplement handbooks, so I'm going to make this video to help you guys out. Alright, so we're going to start by going to options, and I'm going to show you guys some of the driver mode setups for the 6th Gen Camaro. Now I have a 1LE, so I have the NPP exhaust, I have magnetic rod control, so you can adjust a good portion of things on here. Now you do have your mode selector, so with the mode selector you can go Touring. So if you're in Touring mode, your exhaust will actually be quieter. Your exhaust will get louder in Sport and Track, and then Snow and Ice, it will go into an even quieter mode. Now if you want to select a different mode but you don't want the exhaust to change, or you don't want the suspension or the steering to change, you can go in the driver's mode and you can click on engine sound, and if it's on auto, that means whatever mode you select, it will select that sound for your exhaust. So you can go stealth mode, which is really quiet, Tour, Sport, or Track, which is the loudest. If you select one of these and not select the auto, then that will override whatever mode you put it in for that selection. And then you can do the same with steering, and you can do the same with your suspension. You can change it. So I daily drive my Camaro, so personally, while I'm just daily driving it, I like to keep it in tour mode for the suspension. It's just a little bit softer rod. Alright, so let's go over some of these modes here. You have Tour mode. I noticed the suspension is softer in Tour mode. Now the throttle response isn't as quick and responsive. There is like a lag in it. Sport mode feels like the best response when it comes to throttle. So in Sport mode, your throttle response is instantaneously. Track mode, your throttle response is delayed, so like if you're on the track and you're coming out of a corner and you hammer down the gas, it will gradually feed the throttle to 100%, not instantaneously. And then Snow and Ice, your throttle response is at the bare minimum. So when you give it like a half a pedal, it really feels like maybe you're giving it a quarter of a pedal if you were in Sport mode, but that does keep you from spinning the tires if you would drive in the snow, which I don't know why you would. So there's your different settings on there. So now I will go over this. So if you hit this once, the off button, it will turn off traction control. Your StabiliTrak will still be on. So I will tell you this from experience: if you shut off traction control and try to do a donut, your StabiliTrak will kick in and will try to keep you from doing a donut. So if you are in Sport mode or Track mode and you would like to shut all the nannies off, so there's no StabiliTrak, no traction control, no nothing, everything's 100% off, you can take the off button, hold it for 5 seconds, and as you can see, the traction control and now the StabiliTrak light off is on. Now you have 100% no nannies. This is good for if you're drag racing. I believe this is good for like if you're doing autocross or you're on a street course, race course, and you actually now have a really good feel for your car. You can shut all the nannies off, and then now it's you in the car alone. So you do have, if you go into sport mode and you double click the off button, it will go into competitive mode. So now in competitive mode and sport mode, you still have a little bit of StabiliTrak, but not as much, and your traction control's off. You can now do launch control in this mode. Let's see here, shut this off. If you go into track mode and you double click the off traction button, now you're in the performance traction page. So you have wet, dry, sport 1, sport 2, and race. Now each one limits things. Every single one, your traction control is 100% off. StabiliTrak is on. In dry mode in sport 1, your StabiliTrak is not as responsive. And then in sport 2 and race, your StabiliTrak is 100% off in them modes. Let's see here, shut this off. So then, if you want to do launch control, I know my car is a 6-speed manual, so I will show you how to do it in a 6-speed manual. So let's see, you can go to either track mode or sport mode. We'll do it in sport. So let me shut the door here. I'm in my driveway. If you double click the off button, now you're in competitive mode. You have to be on level ground, so your car can't be rolling. So let me pull my car up here where I'm level. Okay, so now to do launch control, my car stops rolling. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get my car to stop rolling. Alright, so to do launch control, you double click the off button, which we already did. Put it in first gear. Alright. Now, sitting here, car's not moving, holding the clutch to the floor, let off the brake, press the gas pedal all the way to the floor and hold it. The car will now drop down. See how it's about 3,500? So now you would steadily release the clutch up, and then you take off. Don't pop the clutch up. If you pop the clutch up, it will break the tires loose more than it would if you steadily, quickly ease the clutch up, which gives you a little bit more control. So that's how you do launch control, guys. It's simple, and I've used it a lot of times. It's a hit or miss. Alright, so I'm going to put my car back in the driveway. Now, let's see here. You have performance pages. So on your steering wheel, if you would hit this back button, it brings this up. Go down one and then press over to the right. Now you're in your data log pages, your performance pages. So you got your G-forces side to side. You have a G-force bubble. Now you have your oil temp, your oil pressure, whatever. Now you can change these. Now you can see your tire temp, your electronically limited slip, which I have. So pretty much unless you have a 1LE or a ZL1, you're not going to have the electronic limit differential. I don't know why this isn't showing. Let me see here. Hold on. Let me get down here. So you can add what you want to your pages. So you go down, go over, go to performance. Alright, so performance timer. Oh. Performance timer. Alright, so now we should have these. Alright, so if you want to do 0 to 60, go to this here and hit the button for ready. Now, the moment the car starts moving, it will count your 0 to 60 speed, and then it'll display it. You can go over here to the right. You can go to 0 to 60, 0 to 100, quarter mile, 0 to 100, and back to 0. Play around with that, have fun. Try to beat your own record. You know, whatever. So, I'm trying to think. If you have a 6-speed car, and you will have paddles up here, they're not the shift gears. They are for rev match. So what the rev match does, whenever you're downshifting, the car will automatically rev the RPMs up so it perfectly goes into each gear when you ease off the clutch, so that you don't have that hard jerking. And I think that's pretty much it. Pretty much all the performance things to show you that I can think of right now. So I don't know, like this, share this. Alright, have a good day, guys. Bye.